Welcome to the FSF PopCast live show.
Well, hello there, kids and cadets. Welcome to the FSF PopCast. This is our Monday night live show. And as you can see, I am not out in the auditorium tonight. Our house is under another construction. We blew it. So, I mean, not what to do about that. It flooded our kitchen. Floors are all getting torn up. New cupboards, new flooring, new
bills.
It sucks.
Almost as much as the man cold trying to settle into your kidneys.
Yeah, there's also that. If you can tell, I'm rocking a pretty gnarly head cold right now. And I'm trying to power through this the best I can.
You got this, Timothy. I believe in you.
I'd like to. It's not a man cold, and that is my head is just. I feel like the best way I can describe it is my head feels like a helium balloon, and I'm trying to hold it onto my body.
Sounds like a man cold to me.
You would say that.
I would.
Anyway, in honor of our dear friend Ben, who's not here, I'm drinking tea. But it's not the tea that he would approve of. So Ben, pretend like you didn't see that.
I think I have water left.
John, we've always said that. I don't know what the difference is. So, but yeah.
I don't have any water left. Oh, well. Looks like Kathleen will not be drinking tonight.
There you go. Well, this is what our topic is for tonight. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that's still coming up shortly here in 2025, because although we may be pretty close to done with the year of 2020, and that's scary to say that this year is just
terrifying.
This year has just flown. Just can't seem to keep it on the rails here. Says that's it's subpar leaf water. It's not tea.
You know what though? I think the subpar leaf water tastes better than the par leaf water.
It depends. There are a lot of loose leaf teas that I like, but when I'm sick, there's only a couple of teas that I want to drink. And I haven't found a loose leaf tea that I really enjoy drinking when I've got a head cold and my throat is scratchy and just, what's a boy to do?
When I feel like that, I really like the cold care tea and throat coat.
So I went to the grocery store on the way here tonight, on the way home, and I was like, I'm going to go get some throat coat. They didn't have any. That's my favorite Yogi throat comfort tea. That is my absolute favorite tea when I'm not feeling well. And so I had to settle for a lemon ginger, which is still a very good tea. It's just not the one I wanted.
I also like the echinacea one.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I thought about that. They had one that was echinacea and elderberry. I thought about that for a hot minute.
That one's pretty good. See, I am very much the tension tamer and sleepy time.
Yeah, I thought sleepy time, but I'm going to drink the sleepy time tea is done with this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go find me a pillow.
I also, in the summer, I like doing sun tea, but I'll do it with half like the Lipton iced tea bags and half peach tea.
Yep. Well, not peach. I don't like peach tea for some reason.
See, but then you peach schnapps in it.
Yeah, I actually just don't like peach flavored things if we're getting right down to the brass tacks. I like peaches, but I don't like peach flavored things.
I just like having an excuse to put schnapps in my tea.
Well, I can appreciate that, and that would be acceptable. But yeah. But hey, so tonight we're going to talk about all the shows that are coming soon. We're going to talk about just a couple of them. And if there's ones that we haven't hit, we're only going to mention, I think, 3 or 4 tonight. But if you've got one in the comments, you want to put in the comments for us to talk about, we will try and get that up on screen and have a chat with you. Now, before we get into our topic tonight, I just want to remind you that this show is made possible by the support of you guys and our show partner, Level Up Sabers. That's why this is the Level Up Sabers Studios. Master Allen is a huge support to the geek and nerd community, and he supports us, and we want to support him. So if you're thinking about getting a lightsaber, there's no better place to get it from, because he has the only lightsaber that's guaranteed to be better than a stick.
And Alan is, just better than most people. So.
And he's not a douchebag like Star Wars Theory, so.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it that way, but yeah, what Tim said.
I will. Because So anyway, I'm excited about tonight's topic. We've got a lot to discuss, but before we get into all of that fun, we do have a couple of things that we want to show you. Now, if you haven't already, go to www.fsfpopcast.com/contact, and you could have opportunity to win this movie. Well, it's actually a TV series.
Ooh.
Official Yellowstone complete series. All 5 seasons, 50 episodes, over 19 hours of bonus content. And so here's what you need to know. The entire Yellowstone series is now available on DVD and Blu-ray. Dive deeper into Dutton's origin story with over 19 hours of bonus content, including behind the scenes and featurettes with the cast and crew. Generations of blood have led to this. Yellowstone, the complete series. Own a piece of the legacy now on DVD and Blu-ray. So if you,
can I put in my email address or not?
No.
Lame.
For the peoples. And not the on camera peoples.
Oh, so I can use the kids' email address.
No. Rules.
You're no fun.
No, I'm fun for the people who follow our show, though. So
You're cranky when you're sick.
See, I am a little cranky when I'm sick. John says Celestial Seasoning History is like a trippy sci-fi. You should check it out sometime. I'm actually proud to say I'm not using Celestial Seasonings. I'm using Bigelow, just because I couldn't stop giggling and saying Deuce Bigelow inside the store. But that is not the only thing that you can win from us. If you are signed up and you've given us your email address, you have the opportunity here to sign up for and win an opportunity to get Yellowstone. But if Yellowstone is not your jam, you can check out this movie, Roofman, a heartfelt caper with a twist of romance. Roofman, starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst, is now available on digital. And we have digital codes for this. So you have an opportunity to get a free movie via digital code if you have signed up at www.fsfpopcast.com/contact. Sign up there, give us your email address. You have a chance to win something. And if it's a physical loot that you win, we'll reach out to you via email and ask for a mailing address. And that's the only time that mailing address will be used. I assure you of that. So unless you win again in the future, which you always have opportunity to, because it's not a one and done, you have opportunity to win multiple times. So anyway, that is what's going on tonight as far as promotions. So I want to make sure that you check out Yellowstone season 5, and that's available. And Roofman, also available, starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's talk about some of the stuff that's upcoming for the season of 2025, the rest of November and into December. So I'm starting with the one that starts in 2 days. The first 4 episodes. Stranger Things, season 5.
Freaking exciting.
First 4 episodes drop on Wednesday, I think. Yeah, Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
So I had to make sure what date was today and what date was the 26th. But yeah. So Wednesday, yeah. There's some diabolical stuff looking like it's getting ready to go down in season 5. One of the cut scenes that I saw and one of the still shots that I saw shows Vecna talking to Will and saying time. And I'm like, oh.
You glitched right as you were quoting Vecna.
I did. Well, okay. So I said, Vecna said, I said that Vecna said to Will, help me just one more time. So I'm kind of curious as to what the help is, what's going on, what's going to happen. And this is season 5, so it's the finale. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to wrap this story up.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much, the story between Mike and Eleven, but I am curious about what's going to happen with Eleven and her powers. And does she have? I watched this, and because we've kind of watched Eleven grow up for being this little girl who was scared and eating Legos, not Legos, Eggos. Eating Legos would be a superpower because that would destroy your mouth. To this young woman who's trying to assert herself and become a young woman in the 1980s world. So I'm kind of curious as to what's going to happen with that storyline and how that's going to affect things moving forward. So
I'm excited to see how they bring Eddie back because we all know that he can't be dead.
Guitar playing Eddie.
Don't kill Eddie.
I just got him as a Funko. He's right there. Right up there.
You know what's funny is after season 4 came out and we were watching it, and I realized John is Eddie. So much personality-wise, it's kind of creepy.
John, are you Eddie? Are you listening? John, are you Eddie? Eddie, are you John? John, are you Eddie? John, are you listening? John says, speaking of Legos, which hurts more when you step on it, a Lego or a D4?
A Lego D4.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's one of the spiky D4s that I have. That would probably hurt more than a Lego.
Well, if I stepped up, I have a couple sets that are the metal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those metal D4s, those would hurt. John says, oddly, my middle name is Edward. Oh, there we go. There's half the story there. But yeah, there's a couple things that I'm just really curious about. A couple things that are going to happen in this season. Like I said, I want to see what happens with 11 and the finalization of her story. I want to see what Vecna does with Will. I'm kind of curious to see like what happens to, you know, in the underneath if they find down rather, excuse me, in the upside, I called it the underneath. In the upside down, if they find, you know, any of the people that were taken by Vecna, and if they're able to save them, bring them back, you know, it'd be I'm kind of curious about that. See what happens in season 5.
I found it.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Because it's got the little pointies.
That would hurt very, very, very
badly. As
I'm
saying ow, as I'm trying to pick them up because they're all like mace, like shiny little pointy stabbies.
Okay.
Seriously, they hurt.
I want to see. Yeah, I'd like to see some from that season episodes, especially since they have a tie-in with 11 as to what's going on. 8 had some cool powers. I would agree with that. That would be a fun one to see. You have any other thoughts on this one?
Oh, honestly, I mean, I'm excited just because it has been so stinking long that we've been waiting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I need to do a rewatch of 4, which is hilarious because I have 2 days.
You can do it.
Yeah,
if you stay up all night long.
Right, and that's the thing is I unfortunately have so many stupid responsibilities. Whoever thought being a grown-up was a good idea was so wrong.
We got lied to.
We really did.
Yeah, the kids are ready to graduate by college. Yeah, they could be graduating from college by now. Who knows?
I mean,
they were definitely in high school last time around. So
Millie Bobby Brown has a kid. Like,
she does?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, cool. And she's married to John Bon Jovi's son.
The one thing, Millie Bobby Brown Bon Jovi.
Whatever Bon Jovi's real last name is.
Millie Bobby Brown Jovi. So, anyway, yeah, it's like Bon Jovinoski or something like that. Jovinsky or I don't know, some weird thing like Jovininsky. Anyway,
more Italian, less Polish, whichever.
Yeah, the one thing that I have not done any research on, and mainly because I don't want it to mar my view of the season, is the lawsuit or the allegations against David Harbour.
Yeah.
From Bobby Brown, and it's not that I don't believe it. I really believe if she's saying this is what's happening, that's what's happening. I guess I would be disappointed either way, whether I heard it before the series came out or after the series came out. But I was kind of hoping that there wouldn't be anything to take the fun out of the out of the Stranger Things, but that's gonna kind of just be lofting in the air up there above what's happening and why and all that stuff. So, but
Yeah.
okay. Anything else for you on Stranger Things or?
Not really. I mean, it is one of those like I'm excited about it.
Okay.
So
I am good with that. All right. Well, let's move on to our next entrance into this is I think I put them in order of release. We'll find out because I don't remember what the next slide is. So we're gonna find out. And it is, hey, there we go. Percy Jackson. I did put him in order of release. I'm so proud of myself.
you are very, very smart.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's just call it a small miracle with my head as clouded as it is that I did a coherent thought. But yeah, I'm really excited about Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I very much enjoyed the book series. I very much enjoyed the movie series. I have very much enjoyed the television series. I know that there was a lot of complaints originally about the cast and the casting on this show. And I would just like to say that if you complain casting on this show, you're a dumb ignoramus. The casting is done beautifully.
It really
And
is.
it really is. The kids are so good, just so good. And I'm a fan of what they're doing on the show. They follow the books pretty closely for the first season. And what I'm kind of curious now is because I really enjoyed the first movie when it came out with Logan Lerman as Percy. Really enjoyed the first movie. I thought the second movie was okay because I really thought they kind of went away from the story of the Sea of Monsters.
Right.
So now I'm curious because this season is going into the Sea of Monsters, and it says right there at the top of the image, the Sea of Monsters is calling. So now I'm curious how close because they stuck pretty closely in season 1 to the book. I mean, they took some artistic chances here and there, like as most shows and things do. I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do in this season that's going to be like the Sea of Monsters and how they handle the return of Kronos and all these different things. So, and my mind is completely blank, but I cannot think of Percy's cohorts in the back of the screen, what their names are.
Oh,
I am struggle bussing here tonight.
It's gone.
Let's see.
Brain.
Hold on, where I'm Googling things.
I was already on it.
All right, Grover and Annabeth. There we go. I love the kid who plays Grover, and I think Annabeth is perfectly cast. So, yes, John, actually, my face is the struggle bus tonight because it feels like the sides of my face right here are going to explode out the side with boogers. So, there's a mental image for
you. Keep glitching so badly tonight, too.
Well, see, that's even more reason to end early. I don't think I don't think we're going to be on long tonight, folks.
I don't think so. And honestly, you know what? Because Tim doesn't feel good, and the internet's being stupid.
Yeah, and I keep hitting the platform down here underneath my laptop because I have my laptop on an elevated platform. I keep hitting the platform underneath because it looks kind of like my mouse pad area on my MacBook, and I keep hitting that to go across the screen. I'm like, why isn't my mouse moving?
Wow. So yeah, so Tim needs to go to bed.
Timmy is a little bit, but I do want to say that I do like the cast in this very much. I'm curious what they're going to do, how they're going to replace Lance Reddick, because Lance Reddick, of course, passed away.
Correct. Yeah.
And so I'm kind of curious to see how they will replace him. But we've got some really cool people looking like they're going to come in and be part of season 2. Like Daphne Keane, who played X3 in the Wolverine movie, in the Logan movie rather, and in the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. So I'm kind of curious what she's going to do. And because she's playing an unnamed character so far, so that could be kind of interesting. But yeah, so there's lots of things coming up about this show that I'm very much looking forward to. And anytime we get a good Percy Jackson story out there, I'm all about it. So
Yeah.
But that is Percy Jackson. The next one, before we move on, any thoughts from you about the
I am also
PJ?
excited about it because I liked the books. And I do feel like the first season was definitely more accurate than the movies were.
Yeah.
So I'm excited
sure.
to see where it goes.
For sure. I also like. What did I like? I liked something. I got that going for me. Okay. This is a disaster tonight.
It's okay. We could start doing Mad Libs.
No, we cannot. Absolutely not. But yeah, that comes out on December 12th. So just in a couple weeks here. And the next
December
one.
10th.
What'd I say?
You said the 12th.
I saw 12. I said 12. It is,
What is it with people and not being able to get dates right not in December?
Words are hard. Numbers are worse.
Yeah, there's that.
All right. So 12, 10, 25 for Percy Jackson. And 1 week later, now that's coming out on Disney Plus, of course. 1 week later, Honora, Uncle Tim Loves You, but no. And then 1 week later, over on Amazon Prime Video, is Fallout Season 2.
So excited!
Yeah, and it's looking very much like they're headed to New Vegas. So I am very curious as to how that's all going to roll out. Hold on. No, I was not going to talk about Young Jedi Season 3, but that's definitely something that should be talked about. It's a good kids series, and kids series that is enjoyed by much bigger kids with gray in their beard as well. So yeah, it's a fun series, especially if you have little ones in your house and you're trying to introduce them to Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It's really that, and Lego Star Wars are like the perfect introductory things. So and then New Vegas, everyone's favorite Fallout game. It's definitely up there, that's for sure.
I hate New Vegas.
You didn't like New Vegas?
I did not.
Okay.
It should not be that hard to kill a botfly thing. I hate those stupid things.
That's fair. Okay. So we've got that. It looks like much of the original cast is coming back. I'm very curious to see where this goes and how this all works out, and it's the buddy trip movie show with a very weird consistency in the buddy group.
And dog meat.
And dog meat. I like that we have dog meat. That makes me happy. So, but yeah, so those are the big three for me that are coming out towards the end of the year. Now, of course, there's other shows that are coming out in 2026, early 2026. I didn't do a lot of research just because I was on these three. For me tonight, that's pretty much where I'm at, what I'm looking forward to in 2025, at least the last portion of November. And then, of course, going into December before 2026 is here, and makes me feel even older. So there's also that. Any thoughts from you, Kathleen, before anything else?
No, there's a large amount of thoughts missing currently in my head.
I can empathize with that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it because I absolutely love Fallout. I loved the first season.
First season was fantastic.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I thought that was so well done.
The Ghoul is spectacular. He plays that role so well.
Walton Goggins is just great.
He's brilliant. I legitimately hope that they get to that they do the hotel. Like, yeah. I really hope they bring the hotel Ghoul in because he's freaking hilarious.
Right.
And also because I want to see Walton Goggins Ghoul against the hotel Ghoul. Like,
okay.
I just think it would be funny.
I thought they did a really good job of working the right amount of humor into season one. in the right spots. It wasn't overdone. It was perfectly placed. The same with, I'm not a big fan of big blood, guts, and gore. Fallout does have some of that, but I didn't think it was overdone. I thought it was pretty well done. John wants to know what about George and Mandy's first marriage?
The show's actually very entertaining.
I have not watched a whole lot of it, so I will reserve judgment. I haven't watched enough to say, yeah, it's good, yeah, it's bad, or anything along those lines. But I know it's popular, and I know that it's got its following. So, and this is the one that I did think of for early next year, Vox Machina season 4.
And Mighty 9 season 1 just started airing.
Yeah, right there, Mighty 9.
It is amazing.
And then Deathclaw. I don't know what that is.
Oh, the Deathclaw in Fallout season 2.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I'm like, Deathclaw. I was thinking show. I was not, because I was going down through these other things and I was thinking that's maybe what he was talking about.
Yeah, you need to go nighty night.
Pants are overrated. That's why I'm wearing
Tim
shorts,
needs
John.
to go use the sleeps.
Yeah, Tim is going to go drink the tea that tastes like NyQuil and find a pillow. Because this head cold is grabbing hold of me and I'm going to, yeah. But hey, before I am barely standing up. I would have closed my eyes about 2 minutes at work today. That's all it would have taken. They would have heard my head hit the desk and snoring. Marriage is better when nobody wears the pants or any pants. Because anyway, that's another topic, John. But anyway, but yeah. So, all right. So before we say goodbye, because we're only going to do about a half hour tonight, guys. I'm very sorry. We'll try and make this up another night when I am not this. As a reminder, right now out on the FSF PopCast, we have the interview with Kurt Yu. If you are a fan of Black Widow, he was also in Venom. He was also in Cobra Kai. He's now in the show called Will Trent over on ABC. And Kurt is just a really cool dude. He became a very hard-working actor. At the age of 27, he took acting classes on a whim and turned it into a career. So it's a really cool story. Him and his buddy were just looking for ways to I'm in Cleveland because Cleveland sucks. It's because part of that state to the south.
That's not how the song goes.
Well, they got it wrong. So, but anyway, that's all now on all your favorite podcast platforms, and of course on our YouTube channel. And then also coming out. Yes, John, you are our number one fan tonight, and I miss you too, John. Smoochy.
My smoochies.
Oh, smoochies. And then coming up this Wednesday, you'll be able to meet Brett Pinson. The R is in there because there's a couple other Brett Pinsons. So to differentiate this Brett Pinson from the other Brett Pinsons, I almost called this episode not the other Brett Pinsons. But instead, because I can't spell inside, I'm going to have to correct that. I see that. That's what happens when you do things with a head cold. Indie, the mind of an indie comic maker. It's supposed to say inside the mind of an indie comic maker. He's got some really cool comics that he's been working on and graphic novels. And the story about how he got into comic books and why he's still doing it is pretty touching. There's a loss of a very close friend involved. But Brett's a really cool dude. I met him at Monroe Comic-Con this year, back in September. And on day one, he was wearing a Hoth baseball jersey. I was wearing my Hoth icy shirt. Second day, he wore a Boba Fett baseball jersey. I had my Boba Fett t-shirt on. And it was like, we didn't plan this. We just kept seeing each other. I'm like, apparently this is like kismet or something. We should be talking. We should be friends. Let's chat. So I want to get him on the show.
That's awesome.
John says, my smoochies are only for Kathleen. That's not what you said the last time I was over. Well,
thanks, slightly.
He said other things while we were snuggling. He's a liar.
I know. He's kind of a... Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. That's all, folks. Look, I upgraded the photo of Buddy Jesus. I made it better. It's not pixelated no more.
Whoop whoop.
Look how clear that is.
Yeah, but now there's
Buddy
some
Jesus.
random person behind him.
There is some random person behind them, and I didn't have time to do the whole remove the background and do the thing with the thing about the thing. So we'll do that next time. But John says there was Guinness. John, there's always Guinness when we start.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Never mind. I'm not going to say that on the internet, John. I know other people you kissed voluntarily, though.
Okay. Did someone get Batman and then kissed?
No.
Ah, okay. That would have been funny, though.
He made the
I
mistake
would've
of playing chicken with somebody.
Oh, and he lost, clearly.
They both say they won.
I don't think that that's something you win or lose. You only lose that game. So,
Yeah.
just saying. All right, kids, cadets, I'm tapping out. I am so sorry. Follow us on FSF PopCast here on YouTube. Find us on all your socials except for that evil dark place formerly known as Twitter, because screw all of them very deeply. Fred definitely won. He got to smooch me.
Yeah. That was the thing that happened.
So there's that. Well, on that note, good night. And
Good night,
goodbye.
Tim.
And may the force be with you as you continue to live long and prosper. I remember the tagline. Okay, goodbye. Maybe.
If you can find the buttons.
Okay. Here, you want to know
Oh,
something
boy.
funny? And I'm gonna tell you this story before I go off camera, because this
Yes.
is how bad my head is working. Look how slitted my eyes are.
I know,
Okay.
right?
I keep hitting the end stream button at the top of the screen, but I have to hit the play outro and end stream button down below, and I just sit there hitting this end stream button and nothing's happening. So
My goodness.
I need sleep. Okay, bye.
Copyright 2025 FSF Podcast. Reference any specific product or entity mentioned on this podcast does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by FSF Podcast. The views expressed by guests are their own, and their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. If you have any questions about this disclaimer, please contact us via email at info@fsfpopcast.com.